So, last time we finished the prologue of this game, and we met lots of interesting characters. I'll say that. I don't have any impressions of this game yet, to be fair. Just that I like two guys so far. That's it. But like, not as husband-wise, just character-wise. I'll name them husband just if it comes down to it. But my friend thinks I'm simping for them, but you know, like, listen. Their personalities are the best. So, I'll see how I feel, how they are later, but... We're on the right game too, right? Okay. I had to, No, well, because I kept saying they were gentlemen, and like... Okay, to be fair, I was tripping for the main character, only because his voice actor is Diluc in Genshin. So of course I'm going to automatically attach myself to Sean's voice, his characters, because he voices Diluc. He also voices many of other characters. So like, I'm sorry that like, the voice actor is gonna automatically make you love the characters because I'm used to his voice in other games. But I mainly know him for Diluc. But I didn't realize he played a lot of my other favorite characters until, you know, I looked up his, you know, what other games he's been in. And I found out, oh my god, he plays a lot of my favorite characters. It's just like, Bryce. Bryce voices Meliodas, Zeldris, Aaron, and Inosuke. Like, he voices characters that I, like, love already. Like, before I even knew he voiced them, until I found out he voiced them. Bryce also voices Kirito. So, automatically, it's hard to not detach myself from the voice actors, because they are my favorite voice actors. So, as soon as I immediately know my favorite voice actor is in this game, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna have to love your character. Regardless if you're evil, good, or bad, I'm gonna have to like it. So, I mean, I understand why they thought that, but I also really like how Rin is so far. Like, he's not one of these normal protagonists, I guess. I don't know. I would have to play more of this game to know how he is as a protagonist. I just immediately leached off to him because he was a gentleman to Elisa, and Sean is his voice actor. That's like 2-in-1 setting. By the way, I already went through most of these cutscenes the first time we played it. I just have to replay it because there was no way I could save in between cutscenes. So we're gonna have to watch all these cutscenes over. All of it.
All right.
From the looks of it, that's probably his family, but he doesn't like talking
Time to
about
get going.
them. Yeah, he like just brushed past his family portrait.
Oh, Rin!
There's Elliot.
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Yep. They're the last ones.
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now.
Gaius.
The riser he is.
Oh, okay then. he's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
He's just probably different from y'all. I don't know. It's Elisa and Emma.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
I love how those two are chipper, and then Elisa and Rena are like morning, and then she's like glaring at us like morning.
Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah.
You don't have to be awkward, Elise. Listen, you gotta get over this. You gotta get over it. He didn't touch you.
Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
You gotta get over it. I hope you get over it.
Hey, wait for me, Elisa.
Elisa, please get over it for my
We'll
sake.
see you in class.
Wait.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a
She
grudge for
is!
this long.
I don't know if you were here, sis, but let me get the gist of the prologue. We are a special class that I guess will be combat training. It's like a combat type class for class 7 or 6. I think it was 7. My brain is not where it was last week, but we're a specialized class full of nobles and commoners and a foreigner, I guess, because Gaius is a different part of, I guess the continent or world in this game. That's all I know.
She knows it was just an accident, right?
No.
She has to.
I mean, does she? Because she wouldn't be acting this way if it was an accident. And we're on our way to class right now.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
Eustace joined, and Eustace and Glasses Guy are gonna give me a headache.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
You did what? You don't gotta apologize.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats.
Yeah, they're gonna be at each other's fucking throats for a while.
So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
Hey, hey,
I'll
her.
certainly do what I can.
Her first.
Whatever that may be.
It wasn't even a mistake. He didn't even touch her. He did not touch her. That's the sad part about all this. He didn't touch her. All that happened was he tried to save her, and her boobs landed on his face. How can you? What was he supposed to
These
do?
past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Oh, so it's been 2 weeks since. I guess has it been 2 weeks since we did the training?
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
I forgot how to turbo. There we go.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture.
Sorry, I'm making this go a little bit faster because
I
we
do get
already
what you
did
mean,
this
though.
part of the
I
cutscene.
figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura.
Eustace, what a great dude.
I've been
He's
talking
such
to them
a-
the same way I talk to everybody else.
Such an
but
asshole.
They're both nobles, right?
Yes.
And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
As long as they don't mind it, I don't really think they care.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Eustace seems like the type of guy that hates being called by his rich name.
Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end.
What do you expect her? Marcus is like a noble. I mean, is a... No, wait, he's like half noble. And then you got like Eustace, who's a noble that doesn't really give a shit, but likes to stir the pot anyway.
When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
Don't say his name right, and then I'll say his name right. I don't know how to say
It's not all
Eustace.
Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity.
Machias, yes.
I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
Just put them in a room together. Stuff them in there.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7.
Yeah, it was right. Class 7.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
I mean, y'all are stalling. That's why you're late.
You're in our way. Step aside at once.
Speaking of noble assholes, we have a noble asshole right in front of us who I don't know and don't care about.
Class 7, I see.
Yeah, what of it?
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you?
Says the nobody we don't know nothing about right now. You're just a white uniformed student that's an arrogant asshole.
Come on. We're leaving.
Please get out of my face!
Yes, Patrick.
Cap Star, that's what I'm gonna
Word
call
of
you.
advice, you might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
I'm so much.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
Yeah.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
If Eustace was like that, I would hate him in a heartbeat. God.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Look at our school. It's so
That's
pretty.
the infamous
wait, no.
dormitory number
That's a-
1, where
that-
all the
That's
nobility
the noble
lives.
dormitory. Never mind. I thought that was the school.
It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Now this is the part I haven't touched upon yet, because this is where I stopped.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Thomas Lysander?
This was brought about by the conflict
called
we
Thomas.
know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rice Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number. But as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
Poor Reed! Getting called out. Place where Douglas first started to gather his army was the... I don't know this! Did he already say it? Because I wasn't paying attention. I was just reading the text. Do I want to look up a guide for that? For questions? Hi, Edge. I'm scared. I feel like they said this already, yet I don't know. I'm gonna guess. It was Northern Highlands, a region northwest of, how do you say that? Erebonia? Very good, Mr. Schwartz. Prince Drax's wanderings led him to the land of North, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in, I can't say name, Erhebrana, and those vagabonds of North become his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Guess he didn't need my help after all. What? She offered to help us? Well, she didn't offer, but wow. Elise! You're so nice. She's like, no, I don't want him looking at me. My AP increased. Hope your day is going alright. It's going great. I was playing so much 14 that I missed it already. So forgive me if I'm not into the game. I mean, I'm into it, but I'm thinking of 14 at the same time. Academic points. By making good decisions and acting appropriately and completing class, you will gain AP, which is an academic boost. When you accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase. The next time you report a class, there are 15 ranks, ranging from B7 to A0. And every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the academy. Ooh.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day.
Free day? Oh?
It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time.
Oh? I don't know what I'm supposed to do on my free time.
Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
I agree. Sleep is beautiful. I love sleeping.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Nerd! No, I'm kidding.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week.
What's going on next week?
On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Boo! Exam!
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training.
Oh, combat! I mean, let's go, let's fight.
You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time, too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Oh, I might do that. Maybe.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Why is speed such a mood?
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement. About a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Why?
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
So, what if I get a free day tomorrow that I don't know what I'm going to be doing? I'm a little worried about the practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to the staff, to the staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer, but I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you joined the club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band, though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined into any of the school clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Oh, good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. Something I picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? Heh, that's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is, it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And someone needs to go get it, so it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait! Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. Student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Oh, that's nice, sis. Alright, so we go to student council room. If I can find that without getting lost. Sorry, my hand. Wait. I'm going the right way, right? Hopefully. What's this room? Wait! That's the courtyard! Wait! If I remember correctly, the student council meeting should be the east of the main building. This one is too urgent though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. There's more doors than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities such as practical exams. Many sports clubs such as lacrosse and riding clubs use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool in the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by swimming and fencing clubs, respectively. As such, the gym is usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the facilito place for ordnance maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Doris. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your pursuit and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can also go there to brush up on all the Zemurian technology you can handle. The student union building is a place for students to relax and unite. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the cultural clubs on the second floor, and even a salon reserved for upper class students on the third. Oh wow, this is a big ass school. Event markers. Occasionally you will see markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place there. Question marks are key events required to advance the story. The red are key events required to advance the story. The green quest events related to quest that isn't mandatory. Okay. So this is where the story quest is. Is there any... I mean, there's like a... Oh, that's my current location. Is there anything like... I don't think I need it. No! See, my controller drifts. Who is this? Is this... Oh my god, camera. Look at this, look at the garden. Wait. Hi! Hello? So this is the gardening club stuff. Oh my god. I really do need to get a controller that's not drifting. This is the gymnasium. Sorry, we're gonna walk around. We're gonna walk around, because... Okay, so this is where the gymnasium and the fencing is. Oh. I don't like when my controller randomly drifts. It's annoying as heck. No! Oh no! Oh no, Reed, we're gentlemen. We don't go in the girls' locker room. Oh, so this is where Laura is. Fascinating. I suppose there are some things we can only do while we're students. Looks like there's a lot I can learn in this club. So you're in the swimming club? I guess. Look at the swimming pool though. Oh my god. Look at the swimming pool, y'all. Damn. And then I'm guessing that's the girls' locker room down there. Okay. Stop it! Okay. What's up here? Oh, nothing. Oh, wait. What's... Sorry. Checking door. This is the lacrosse room. Okay, so this is the lacrosse is. This is the swimming club room. Fancy club room. Riding club. Alright. I swear I'm probably gonna have to buy me a new controller again. But also I am using one hand, so it's kind of hard to maneuver myself. Alright, so this is the gymnasium. Oops. Wrong room. '90s anime? I mean, this game is not old, but it's old. I forgot what year this game came out. To be honest, the reason why I know this game is because of my friend Tank. He's like... He talked about this game so much, I couldn't help but not play it. Oh. Well, she's passive to say the least. Joining a sports team does seem like it'd be interesting, though. Is that Emma? Wait, is this Emma? Yeah. The club's here. You came to join us, right? Emma, what are you saying? Right. I'm sorry, Irene. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Wow! Elise! Stop this! So this is the horses club. Like, this is the riding club spot. Okay. Okay, so this is the storehouse. Cool, we're learning places. This is main building. We need to go. Oops. We need to go here. So we just went to the gymnasium. We can't go to the. Can we? Can we go there? Whoops. Whoops. Did it again. This is the engineering building we can't go in yet. Seems like anyone's here. Yeah, figured. And then this is where the story picks up. So we're gonna come here in a bit. I want to see the auditorium. Oh wait, no! We passed the library! Library's like back here. Oh hey! Lacus. Ugh, why is he in there? What's wrong? It's nothing. Oh, I suppose I'll just return to the dorm for today. What? Is Eustace in the library? I'm gonna laugh if Eustace is in the library. In the library, you'll find books detailing key terminology on the second floor and a recommended reading corner on the first. The recommended reading corner is updated almost every month, so it's worth checking it out on a regular basis. What's more, many books you read will be added to the book tab of your notebook for future references. You can access the book tab by pressing the touchpad button or choosing notes and then books from the cat menu. Ha! He is here! Hi, Eustace! Don't you have a club or something you should be running off to? Wow, you're so rude! Nope. Still haven't decided why I want to join one yet. How about you? The same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and at your own discretion, just like a noble. Doesn't it take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory? If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. Oh God, Eustace! I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Okay, God! Right, sorry for bothering you. Eustace, God, you're a jerk. You're great, but you're a jerk. Okay. Ah! Okay, so these are books. Look at all these books, y'all. I don't want to read all this right now. I will read that in my own time. Do they help me now if I read them? I wonder. There's so many books though! There's so many! I'm not gonna read all this. I'm just gonna like skim through it. This we found out in class, so this is understandable. Sorry. I already read that. That's the ease. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. Wait, I think this is like all the stuff we got during the tutorial, maybe? I feel. Oops. I mean, I guess it makes sense why all these books are the way they are. Alright, so we just did the library. Listen, just accept that you and Eustace have similar taste in things, okay? Alright, so... let's go to the auditorium. And then we'll go to the student council room. Oh, never mind, this thing is locked. Never mind, let's go to the story then.
This should be the student union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
Oh hi, it's you again.
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others, too. But you just hang in there, okay?
We will.
Okay. Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey, now, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
What?
First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do anyway.
Don't give it to him.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
I will.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
How? I watched the coin, but I didn't know which one. I was not paying attention to his hands, not the coin. The coin is all I was paying attention to, not his hand.
Too bad.
Damn it!
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
The prophet's not in his right hand either.
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Yep.
Keep up the good work, man.
So where did you put it?
You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back.
Thank you.
See you around. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Wait, my 50 mirror. He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. So,
Yeah, how did you know that? Wait,
he's good.
come back. How did you know this?
I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
On the first floor of the student union building, you will find both the cafeteria and campus store. As you might expect, the cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies or buy new equipment on campus. I know I probably can't buy anything, but let me like... Oh. Never mind. Oh, HP items and CP. Okay, I get it. I don't want to waste the money I have. Oh, staff only. Literature club, photography club. Wait. She's not wrong though. Glasses, tall boys. I respect it. I respect it. Chess club, I'm guessing? Gone fishing? Wow, there's fishing. Photography club stuff, I'm assuming. Oh. This looks like the place. There's definitely still someone inside, I can sense it. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Hello? Please come in.
Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, you're the girl that we met at the beginning of the game when she didn't know where she was going.
Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
Toa! Hi, Toa.
The name's Toa Herschel.
Hello.
I'm the student council president.
Nice to meet you.
President?
Wait, what? You're down.
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you?
She's smart.
I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
Oh, it's our student notebook.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf.
Toa, you're such a bean. You did this all on your own?
Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
No, don't blame yourself, little one.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person.
Right?
Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here.
She better!
So, you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please.
Well, we know where most of them are.
I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right?
Excuse me? We didn't agree to shit.
It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
We got used.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload?
What?
Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class?
Wait, I said nothing of such sorts.
She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Okay, instructor.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands.
Instructor, you're rude.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
It's okay.
There's no way I can turn her down.
No, we can't. She's too nice.
No. Instructor Sarah is absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment.
Oh, no, there was a big misunderstanding there. We just got used. But, since you're so nice, Toa, we're gonna help you anyway. We're gonna help loosen your
I
load.
won't give you anything too difficult.
Uh-huh.
It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep.
We're
Sometimes
so
people send
nice,
in feedback
Ulu.
and list things they'd like us to do for them. And we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day. And drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning.
Well, I know what we're doing tomorrow for free time.
Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks.
Well done.
Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria.
She treated us to dinner? Oh my god, she's an angel.
She's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy?
Does she even have time to sleep?
Hello? This is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
It was not a date!
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like.
No.
Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
Fine plan that you tricked us!
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors.
Yes.
But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
'Cause you're amazing.
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course.
I should be.
But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
No.
Well...
No, he can't.
decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Probably alcohol.
Beer, of course.
Knew it.
It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking.
Then how about you go find one?
But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
No, she's not, Irene.
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
I mean, she's not wrong about him, though.
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh?
He has the
He
ability to be something special.
Got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
I agree. I totally agree, Irene. You decide your future. You decide what you want to do in life. Oh, we already finished chapter 1? What? I could have done this literally I feel so bad at myself. This was even a long chapter. Wait, no. Actually, no, this is chapter 1. Never mind, I'm stupid. Shut up! Shut up, me! I'm so dumb. Afterward, Dream returned straight to the dormitory. And after relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You cannot view the overall achievements and characters tabs on your notebook. Both can be exercised by pressing the pad button or... Yeah, I don't know why I'm reading that. Alright, President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's the first free day, so I should get this done with tonight. You can explore Class 7's dorms on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, the story will progress should you return to Marine's room. Oh! Okay, so we have to give everyone their notebooks. Hey there, Irene. Something the matter? Toa gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Oh, thanks. Anyway, were you playing the violin in here? Sorta. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. The wind orchestra isn't meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get some practice tonight instead. Wow, you're really into your music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too. It's not that much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Then I'd be able to play all night without bothering anybody, or bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. Elliot's cool. This should be Maki's room. Who is it? It's me, Reen. I got something here for you. I'll be right there. Sorry to make you go to all the trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? 'Cause you're a nerd. You got pencil marks all over the sides of your hands. Well then, you should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be pretty hard too. Agreed. Besides, it'll be a chance to show up those snobby upper class students. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah, good night. They are really cute together. Should be used, this is the room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I got your student notebook here. Very well. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you're up to? I was simply reading. He's a reading nerd! Yes! Oh, what kind of book? A biography I brought from the library. Why must I intrigue your murder? Wait, what? How do you say that? Wudon little questions. Huh? While we might live in the same dorm, the two of us are perfect strangers. Aw, shut up, Eustace! Your proximity to me does not give you the license to intrude on my private life. Wow! You're right. I'm sorry about that. Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful when and whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. Was that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. But maybe he's got a good heart. I mean, I knew he had a big heart. Gaius! Here! Evening, Reen. What's up? Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. There you go. Oh, I was wondering when that come. Thanks. Sorry if you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's got really distinctive feel to it, though. What's that hanging on the wall? A sort of ornament made in the North Highlands. That'd be very nice to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. This feels like someone that you would get along with, sis. Gaius. I see. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. You got your brushes out, too, so I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. Haha, will do. Yeah, Gaius seems like the type of person you would hang out with the way he is. Are the girls downstairs? Oops. Oh, hi. You really can't beat an ice cold beer after work. No, wait, maybe you can. With 2 ice cold beers. Have you been drinking all night? At least try not to fall asleep here, okay? I don't want you to catch a cold. Don't you worry your pretty little head about me. I'm indestructible. So since I got the day off tomorrow. Said it like it totally excuses your entire night of drinking. Well, anyway, you were nice enough to take on some work for the student council, so that's a load off my shoulders. I'm looking forward to seeing how you perform tomorrow. Right. Wow, she went from plaster to she went from plaster to bastard in the blink of an eye. Look, there's a lot more to her than I thought. He said you went from plaster to bastard. I don't know where the girls are. Are they on the other side? Or, oh, were they on the second floor and I didn't know? Oh, no. Wait, this is the second floor. Wait, what? Maybe I'm stupid. They're probably on the third floor. Hi, Tyler. I need to give Elise her student notebook, too. Right, here goes. Who is it? It's me, Green. What do you want? What do you mean thinking coming to some innocent girl's room this late at night? Elise. I need you to stop. Also, why am I dropping frames? Hello? Frames? Frames! Thank you. Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Rena explained that Toa asked him to hand out everyone's student notebooks. Oh. Okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand it over. Hey, just hold on a sec. Should be this one. Let's see. Elisa. Don't read that! I can't let my guard down around you for a second, can I? Oh my god, this girl. Sorry, I can't tell which notebook is which without looking inside. It really didn't mean any harm. Or so you say. Anyway, it's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night then. She's actually starting to get on my nerves. Actively. Just have to back off for tonight. Seems like the R is an initial. Didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands, though. There's a reason she's hiding it? You watched the anime Charlotte? It was so good. Ooh! Hope that was a grand time. Should be Laura's room. Hey Laura, are you in there? Is that you, Reen? I'll be right there. Thank you for taking time to deliver it to me. Don't worry about it. What were you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking, and you're covered in sweat. I was just practicing with the wooden sword. Must have been so focused on my practice I didn't hear you knock at first. That's some concentration, alright. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room, too. Haha, so you don't want to neglect your training. I enjoyed it if I had someone to deal with sometime, too. Well then, good night. Good night. It should be Emma's room. Yes, who is it? It's me, Reen. Do you have a moment? Ah, Reen, I'll be right there. Thank you. Oh, on an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? Think I'll help out the student council. How about you? Plan looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what the culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Alright, joining a club does sound like a good idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good. Alright, I will. Also, I do hope you'll be able to make up with Elisa soon. That's up to her. She's being a little mean about things. Did you hear us just now? Well, you weren't exactly quiet. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll all work out in the end. Thanks. Good night, Emma. Good night. Thank you for bringing me my notebook, too. It should be Faye's room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I got something here for you. Cheers. Oh, were you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you up. It's fine. I'm sorry you went to sleep this early though. I'm surprised you went to sleep this early though. I mean, we just had dinner. I didn't have anything else to do. You done? Yeah, just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. She's a unique one, that girl. Wonder how she ended up a student here anyway. Oops. So I think I've visited everyone's room. Yep. I guess I'd go back? Because I can't really leave my room at night. I don't think I can leave my entire dorm at night, so I think I can go back. I'm not missing anybody, am I? I think I literally gave everyone their notebooks. Oh, wait, I missed somebody. Oh, wait, no, it's my room. Okay, sis. Where's my drink? 4/18. It's a free day. When it hits like 7 or 8, I'm gonna get food. I don't want to eat this early. It's only 5. Kind of dropped my student notebook and now I can't find it anywhere. But I won't be willing to help me. I'm looking for it on the first floor of the student union building, and I'll really appreciate it if someone let me a hand. I just finished repairing a bunch of orbital tech here at the engineering club, but I need someone to deliver everything. Stop by the engineering building, left of the student union building, and I'll tell you more. I have a reason to believe that the strange phenomenon have been occurring in the old schoolhouse of late. As such, I would like to request that one or more combat-ready students look into this and report back to me. For more details, come to see me in my office on the first floor of the main building. One from the principal, one from the engineering club, and oh hey, one from another first year. So I wasn't expecting a request from the principal as one of my first new assignments. I hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about that one from the engineering club too. Sounds interesting. Well, I got all day, so let's just dive in, I guess. I'm pretty special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. These are called bonding events. One point will be consumed each time you do an event, but your bond with that character will be strengthened. When the time of the day advances to evening, all daytime bonding event requests will be no longer available. Your stranger will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger an evening exclusive bonding event. Okay. Will they tell me what bonding thing comes up? Oops. Oops. Okay, so we gotta go. Principal, he's at the first floor of the main building. Oops. God, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay. Oh, it's beautiful today. Right then, let's head out. And accessories, ooh. There's a boutique selling clothing, footwear, and accessory shop. Bookstore sells reading materials such as newspapers and obviously books. Cafe stocks food items. You can also pay a small fee to rest here and ensure your CP. Okay. Oh yeah, I can finally do quick travel. Anytime you can use the square button to access the quick travel. You'll see characters' locations as well as whether they have a bonding event available. Oh, so they will tell you it. Cool. Okay. Oops. So I'm guessing Elliot and Machias have a bonding event. So I gotta do that before the end of the day. And what is so perfect today? Fish are really gonna be fighting today. Looks like he's a student from one of the upper classes. Hey there, haven't met you yet. You got one of those red uniforms on, so I guess you're from class 7. That's right, my name is Reed Schweitzer. Are you a first year too? Yep, I'm Kenneth Lakelord, class 2. I'm part of the Imperial Fishing Club. It's really laid back. You'd like it. Yeah, pleasure's all mine. Likewise. He's pretty laid back himself, especially for a noble. Check out the Imperial Fishing Club's about fishing. You catch on quick. It's still supposed to be a great place for fishing. And here there are a ton of different fish you can catch here. I'm just trying to figure out the right spot. Haha, seems like you're having fun at least. You haven't been fishing in your time, haven't you? How about giving it a shot? Well, sure, but how did you know that? Haha, just a hunch. Well then, from one fisherman to another. Are you sure I can have these? I feel kind of bad getting all this stuff for nothing. Don't even sweat it. The Imperial Fishing Club's here to spread the joy of fishing, so it's all good. You're starting off as a white angler, but don't try to think too much about that. Just fish away to your heart's content. What? Haha, just ignore that for now. It's not all that important. Oh yeah, once you started landing some big catches, come back and talk to me. I'll trade you some cool prizes for your points. Prizes? Points? What's going on? Now that this all explained, it's time for me to head off. I got some fish to catch. I'll be fishing at the pond on campus if you want to join me. I'm still confused about some of the stuff he said, but oh well. Still, now that I have a rod, it wouldn't hurt to start fishing again. Let's see. The label says it's made by the Lake Lord Company. Wait a minute. Isn't Lake Lord his last name? His family must be pretty famous then. And I assume experts on fishing. He was looking over there, right? Seems like it could be a decent fishing spot. The pond team mentions available too, so maybe I'll give that a shot when I have the time. At fishing points, you can fish a certain number of times. By catching fish, you earn the angler points, and the amount you get will depend on the variety and size of the fish you catch. Get fishing to earn more points. You check how many points you have by choosing notes in the camp menu or pressing then choosing fishing. Talking to Kenneth will allow you to exchange your angle points for items. As your angle rank increases, he will have more items available to trade for. Wow, so I can fish? Okay, so... Alright, so where is the principal's office? He said it's the main building, right? And the main office on the first floor of the building. Staff room. Guess this is the principal? Excuse me, principal? I'm reading short of class 7. Ah, good, I've been waiting for you. He looks even bigger up close than he did at the entrance ceremony. Must see, what, 2 age taller? Someone tells me you accepted my request. Truly appreciate you taking time out of your free day to assist me in this. It's no problem at all, sir. So, you're looking for someone to further investigate the underground area of the old schoolhouse. Precisely, and I couldn't have found a better man for the job, considering your class was down there so recently. Initially, it was Sarah who insisted on making use of the trap door, not me. I should probably have tried to stop her, however. Please do accept my apologies. Oh, not at all, sir. You have no reason to apologize. Kind of already figured she was behind it anyway. I mean, it stands to reason. Getting back to the matter at hand, there are a number of interesting stories regarding that old schoolhouse. The gargoyle you fought is just a drop in the bucket at all told. Now that you mention it, I did get the distinct impression while fighting it that it was no ordinary monster. It was almost as if it weren't a monster at all, but a demon. Perhaps the word fiend might fit. In our experience, if left alone, it will always regenerate to its original statue form, eventually. Really? Yes, and as a result, that area has long been used by students in tests of strength. For the past year, many strange alterations have begun occurring there. I received reports ranging from doors appearing out of nowhere to strange and eerie voices from the darkness. I see. So you'd like me to go investigate whether there's any truth to those reports then? If possible, yes. Specifically, I would like you to walk through the underground area and check for any significant changes since last month. Task for which you are equitably qualified, given your prior experience down there. I suppose that is true, and I'll be happy to undertake this mission. So if the gargoyle has regenerated, things could get a little tricky. That's not to be the case. I would have no objections at all to you turning back. I also stress that I'm making this request to Class 7 as a whole. By all means, do ask your classmates for assistance. I'm certainly not expecting you to go to it alone. Oh, understood. I'll do just that. Splendid. I believe you'll be needing this then. It's the key to the front door of the old schoolhouse. Best of luck to you, and please be safe. Thank you, sir. So I can go ask for help. I'm gonna go ask Eustace for help. And maybe Gaius. Wait. What? Oh, there he is. Hey. What are you staring at? Oh, sorry. Oh, what? I can't ask him? Dang it. I was gonna ask him. Oh well. Guess I do have to actually go into this alone. I should save really quick. Oh. Oh. So that's probably gonna take me all day. I see. Alright, well, we'll probably do that quest last then. Brother Engineering Club. It's George. Oh, hi Zach. How was your stream? Got to learn about the academy since you're a road, but good luck with everything. But you're curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yep, you can basically think of this as the Academy's very own ordnance factory. The engineering club has been in charge of maintaining ordnance here for a long time now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I assume you repaired all of the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request too? That's right, I handled all the stuff here at the engineering club too. I wish to deliver that done myself, but I'm a little too busy this month. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course. So what do I need to know? Awesome, okay, here's the rundown. I need you to deliver 3 orbital products for me. First up in this order scale, which I need to be delivered to the cooking club. Customer to the home economics room on the second floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. Nicholas from the cooking club. Got it. Next two are both in town. So you take quests with people outside the academy too? Spoopy. Spoopy. God! Stream was good. You start the OG Hyrule Warriors. Oh, that's awesome. I still have yet to play that. I have yet to play Zelda games. I need to. I've only ever played Majora's Mask, which that's not. I mean, it's a great game, but I still have yet to finish it. I need to like play it on stream or something, or play it in my own time. I don't know. I just need to play more Zelda. Hope the OG Hyrule Warriors was good for you. God damn it, Swoopy. Swoopy. God, why does that word just sound so funny every time I say it? Swoopy. Okay. Second order you need to make is an antique orbital and lamp. It's going to Mitch at the pawn shop. Okay, so cooking club, pawn shop, and then what's the third one? Wish Lodge. The radio at Trista. Okay, so cooking, pawn, and radio. Got it. I can do that. Okay. Nope. Nope. Did it again. No! Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Second floor. Okay. I didn't read that. I should have literally read that. Okay, so try here. Right here. Yep. Oh, I would love to join the cooking club though. I love cooking. You're as a virgin as my olive oil. I got a recipe book. Cool. A simple omelet. Y'all, I can make an omelet. I got crushed eggs. I got, of course, rock salt. Oh. Can I make them in the tab itself, or do I need to go to the actual kitchen? Oh.
Okay, let's give this a try. go.
He's so good at cooking. So proud of him. Okay, next is pawn shop. Welcome back, sis. A blade deck. Ooh. You're making me hungry, but I'm not gonna eat this early. It's only like 5. Well, 6 now. I want to do bonding events take long, because I could just do the bonding events before I do the last quest. Okay, so now we go to the antique shop. Wait, right? Whoops. Oh, I did that. Oh, radio. Alright, so where's the radio? I mean, you're talking to a person that literally made ramen with hot dogs earlier today, and I still love it. People may find it weird, but I love ramen and hot dogs. I'm sorry, I'm weird like that, people, but like, it's so good. Like, I also like putting eggs in it with it. I like do a mixture of all three sometimes. It's still good. already know when to go get my ramen so it's not soggy. I love how I can remember when my ramen's ready, but not when I want to stream. It's funny that way. No. Oh, well, I guess what monsters are. Find any of them? Okay. At Factory, you can use sub to unlock slots in your party's orbits. This modify and change and slot. If you don't have enough, the number will be red. Use U materials to customize your weapons and at an orbital factory. To this customized weapon and custom, it will show you the required money, and the required materials. Okay. Alright. And then you're looking for it on the first floor of the student union building. Now, really appreciate if someone let me in hand. Okay. Oh. Oh? Who's that? She's hanging around here. She must be a member of the engineering club, right? The good thing next to her wasn't here before either. What could it be? Well, it doesn't matter now. I got another request to finish. Okay. Second floor? Okay. I'm just going with the flow, to be honest. Oh. So this is the music club. God. Oh. Thought I saw something. Oh, it was this. Hi guys. Aww. I don't think it's on the second floor. I think it's on the first floor. I don't see it. I truly believe it's probably on the main floor. Giving you a chance to say no. Oh. I didn't mean to leave. Oh, that's the courtyard. Oh, hi, it's Fee. Might be good for Nappy? You. Maybe it is on the rooftop. I've literally gone through the second and first floor. Oops. Sorry, I'm bad at finding things, everyone. Oh wait! There it is. I almost looked it up. just want to know if it takes my day if I try to do a bonding episode with somebody. Because I think I want to do the bonding episodes now. Wow, Colette. Okay. Is Laura the only one? Oops. Gonna save again. We ordered a drink and proceeded to join Machias on his break. You can tell this caf uses some high-quality beans for its coffee. There's a rich flavor behind the initial bitterness, and the fragrance is utterly fantastic. I take it you're pretty knowledgeable when it comes to coffee, then. Haha. Mainly due to my dad. He's been drinking it a lot as long as I can. He's been drinking it as long as I can remember. Thanks to him, I started drinking it while I was studying, which gladly gave me a taste for it. Ah, that explains it. It actually makes me curious about the kind of person Governor Ritas is. Speaking of which, is that tea I see you drinking? It is. I'm way more used to tea than I am coffee. The tea here is nice and relaxing too. I'm not sure I'll ever understand the appeal. Doesn't it help that I always associate it with nobles? In fact, if someone particularly irritating noble arrogantly sipping away at a cup the other day, it couldn't be anyone other than Eustace. And how do you sip it arrogantly? Sorry, I didn't mean to rant. I didn't mean to sound like I was judging you or anything. I mean, you're not even a noble. Ha ha ha, don't worry about it. Why don't you give it a try though? You might actually end up liking it. I guess I could. You should try some of my coffee too then. They each poured some of their drink into each other's cup from their respective pots. Sip, sip. You're right, this isn't so bad. Haha, glad to hear it. I might actually consider having some coffee next time. I'm really studying. Keep your sharp between the ears. Why don't the two of us study here sometime then? Sounds like a plan. And thus the two finished their drinks and chatted together for a while longer. What do you mean sounds like me? I don't know how many bond points I have, so... Elliot's here. Wait, where? So he's on the second floor. Oh, that's Elisa's room. Oh, she'll kill me. I mean, I haven't actually used coffee since Smash Bros. Announcement, so you should be proud of me. I haven't yet to drink coffee since that day. Whew. Well, we're done with about half of them now. I didn't expect there to be quite this much of everything. There has to be a month's worth of food here, not to mention a bunch of clothes and other daily necessities. I didn't expect this either. Now I feel bad for dragging you into it. Which is funny because I wake up when I'm not streaming on my days, like on my days off. I've literally woken up early and played Final Fantasy 14. That's my day lately, is I wake up early, I do what I need to do, and then I literally go play Final Fantasy 14 for most of the day. I didn't expect this either. Now I feel bad for dragging you into it. My sister's way too protective of me sometimes. Oh, you got a sister? Yeah, an older one. She's always been a bit on the clingy side too. I mean, I'm grateful that she sent me a care package, but I wish she'd tone it down a bit. I'm not a kid anymore. Haha, you mean it? I think it's kind of nice, actually. You can tell that she actually cares about you. Haha, really? Oh. I took a worn out piece of sheet music out of the box. Is that a sheet of music? It looks like someone got a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I used to practice with this all the time back home. To tell you the truth, I actually wanted to enter a music academy before I ended up here. Oh, really? And I guess joining the wind orchestra wasn't just a casual thing for you, huh? Well, I've always loved music ever since I was younger. But in the end, I wasn't all that serious about it, so I ended up choosing Doors instead of a music academy. Sis, you're gonna get along with Elliot too. Weird, really? Well, either way, it'd be nice to hear you play that sometime. Play that piece sometime. Haha, sure, one of these days. Reen and Elliot returned to sorting out the packages, only getting through with the strength of their combined efforts. The bond with Elliot strengthened. Oh, I don't have any more! Oh, I see. I have to choose who I spend time with wisely. Well, it's fine. I guess I'll just hang out with Laura another day. She's the only one I really could hang out with besides those two. I guess that's fitting. But I guess we go to the schoolhouse now, since everything is done. But like, can I not invite people to join me? Damn. Eustace is really rude to me.
Looks like the path splits. Which way do you think we should go?
Sorry, I just wanted to hear his voice. Sean is so great! Okay. How much money do I have? I do not have a lot, so I can't even buy stuff for him. Can I possibly buy some food? Well, we got these. Do we need them? 80, 100 EP, cures KO, and restores. Okay. Okay. I can cook again, actually. Hold up. Oh, he won't do the cooking.
Okay,
Wow.
let's give this a try.
Okay. I guess we go to the old schoolhouse then. Cause I have nothing to do. No. Just save, just in case. Did I leave? I did. I know your taste all too well. Yes, I do. I know you like music and you like artsy stuff. But also, Gaius had that like one thing in his room that I knew you probably would vibe with. That's the kind of person you are nowadays. When you walk away, you don't hear me say. Sorry. I don't have any more requests to do, right? Yep. I think I'm done with requests. I don't think I have anything else. Alright, let's do it. come. No! Damn it! When my other favorite character does not want to come with me because he's a jerk, so I'm stuck with the two people. Can't believe we're coming back in here again. I really don't think this is a good idea. Well, that's because there probably isn't. Neither of us will blame you one bit if you turn back. It's not too late. No! Thanks, I'll come with you. You've got the practical exams this week after all. I need to familiarize myself with this orbital staff as much as possible before then. Besides, if I turn back, I just wind up worrying myself sick about the two of you. But that's very kind of you. Thank you. There are only 3 of us, though, so we'll each need to watch the other's backs and proceed with caution. The underground area should be just through the main door, correct? Yeah, that should take us right to the room where we fought the stone gargoyle. Best to go to that way, rather than falling through the trap door again. No arguments here. I really hope that thing hasn't regenerated yet. So I'm supposed to find... We're gonna check it out, is what we're supposed to do. Whoa. At least that monster isn't here anymore, from the looks of it. It doesn't look like we got any more creepy statues ready to come to life either. Wait, does it always look like this in here? No. This room's definitely smaller than it was the last time we were here. But how? I'd say it's about half the size, maybe even less. There are things present that weren't here previously. Like, that door. I don't remember there being a door there last time. I don't remember there being one either, but at this point, I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Strange though it may be, we should go and get a closer look at it. This is essentially why we came, after all. Oh. Ah! Okay. Unbelievable. She's even in the same place. I don't remember passing through an area like this at all. I don't either, because we didn't. The entire layout down here has changed completely. Oh shit. How? I sense new types of monsters here too. What do you think we should do, Reen? Principal set us down here to investigate these mysterious changes, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now that we've seen just how major these changes are, there is no way we can go back empty-handed. We should head as far in as we were able to. Here we go then. May the goddess be with you. I almost said goodness. Alright, let's do this. A slug-like monster? This one could prove a little awkward to fight. Now have to make good use of our combat links. Yeah, we shouldn't have any trouble against a monster like this if we work together. Shall we put our link ability to the test then? Absolutely. Let's show this thing what we're made of. Habit links are a phenomenon which connects Arcus users to each other by sharing a sensory input and mental impulses with one another. Linked characters can fight together even more efficiently. God damn it! You can change combat links using the tactics button in the camp menu. You can also set combat links during battle using L1 button. Okay. You should form a combat link before trying to engage an enemy. Oh. Wait, where is that at? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, that's the link. Okay, so those two would try out first. Oh. No!
Enemy sighted!
I was trying something. Forming attacks from certain crowds gives characters a chance to unbalance enemies. Successfully unbalancing an enemy allows you to perform a follow-up attack while they are off balance. Oh, this is what we did in earlier. The likelihood of unbalancing an enemy depends on the enemy's unbalanced effect, efficiency, and the type of weapon used to attack it.
All right. We're open.
There we go. Yeah, there's the link.
Here we go. There. Now's our chance.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot, sorry.
My turn.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I want something to link. That thing doesn't work.
Going.
So I would have to do Green and Elliot. But that first seemed to do the trick. Yes, we fought well. If we can master these combat links, I'm sure they'll prove really useful in the battles ahead. You should probably try to practice as much as possible while the stakes are low and get used to them as we can. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. Oh. So he's kind of... Well, he won't be able to throw off the enemies. There we go. Oh, God.
Watch out, guys!
Leave it to me.
I already did that, though. Nice counter.
Leave it to me. Here we go.
Oh, they don't have their link either. Whoops.
There.
Yeah, I don't have their link. I probably just have to stick with
Leave it to me.
Oops, him and guys.
Together, we're unbeatable.
I thought they would have after I just hung out with Elliot, but it's gonna take used to.
Great.
I did it!
Nice.
Good job, boys. I'm not trying to waste y'all's CP.
Enemy sighted. Take him out. Go. There. Now's our chance. Here. It's my turn.
Right! Is everybody okay?
Oh, wow.
That's a fight they want.
My turn!
It's my turn. Marcus, activate. Take this. Go. Arcus, activate. Huh. Leave it to me. My turn.
I'm already using a lot of EP. I don't like this.
Huh.
I maybe need to not use a lot of his EP.
Leave it to me. Marcus, activate.
Right!
Here we go. Take this.
My turn! All right, let's keep going!
Sorry, give me a second.
fight they want. Go!
There! Now's our chance!
Here! Leave it to me. They're open! Go!
My turn.
Nice.
Go!
Oh, again? Yeah. Oh, I know she doesn't have daylight savings. She's lucky. Oh shit, I didn't kill it. Am I liking the combat? Yeah! I'm not used to it. I'm used to like Persona and other things. But I can get used to it. This is like my second time. No, technically it's my third time using the combat in this game. I just do not want to get lost. I don't know if you saw me when I was playing the prologue, but I got lost here. It was like bizarre.
Winds, give us your blessing. Go!
There! Go!
Here! All right. Arcus, activate. Take this!
Oh! Ow. Ow.
Go!
Leave it to me. There! Time is precious. We should hurry. There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Okay, got another treasure chest.
We made it through.
What is this? Oh! Does it cost? Oh. Wait, what does this one do? See in the dark? What does this one do? Actually. Yeah, because the others that I want to hang out with are... Actually, I'm gonna rush really quick. They can't. Think they're busy.
Watch out. This is a tough one. My turn.
So fire is not effective. Wind is not. So I cannot.
There! Now's a chance! Here! Alright. They're open!
No! Dang it, hold up. I can't use that one. He's not near me.
My turn.
Okay. Now I can use it.
Give it up, everyone!
It's my turn. Arcus, activate. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Right. All right.
My turn! Nice!
Oh, he's asleep. Cool. Oh, well, no, he wasn't.
There! Go! Here! It's my turn. They're open!
Ow.
Go! Go! Here!
My turn!
Just hit him in the butt.
It's my turn. There!
Hit him in the butt.
Together, we're unbeatable.
Ooh, so close to level 8. Soul Flare? Wait. Wow. I feel like that was a tough battle. So we made it through. We sure did. I'm really starting to get the hang of these combat links now, too. It feels like the Arceus has practically synchronized my breathing with the two of you. That's a good way to put it. It's a strange feeling, but not a bad one. I think we reached the end of the line, however. Sure looks that way. I didn't see any other route we could have taken. It does seem like the entire structure of these ruins have changed completely since we were last here. Yeah, it's a little hard to believe. I guess that means we're done down here. We should head back outside. Okay. As long as the route we took getting here hasn't suddenly shifted on us, we should have no trouble finding our way back. Alright, so now we leave. We can fight on the way back, though. Oh, never mind. We should have a closer look. Oh, is this like Tartarus? Like, you can like grind on this floor, but like as like chapters go on, like the floor is like, we get more floors. Is that what like this place is? What just happened? Proceed to return to the entrance. But we're just at the exit. This really is nothing but mysteries. Is that what this place is? It feels like it. Like they're not Tartars, but like, you know, like, I don't think you played Persona 3 Sis, but like, it feels like, that's what it feels like, just going down to a big giant maze to level up. You seen Futaba stream it though? Yeah, that's what that place felt like. Sun's begun to set. We were in there for ages. Should probably go give our report to the principal. Would you mind coming with me? Not at all. Let's go. After this, I want to go get my food. I'm kind of hungry. I was gonna go get it at 8, but like, it's a black cat. Give me the cat. But like, I'm kind of hungry now. I want my taco. So the layouts have completely changed since last month. I knew something was amiss there, but I had no idea it had progressed to such an extent. Do you know anything about the origins of those ruins? They look like they're predate the school by, well, a lot. I'm afraid I can't be certain who constructed them, nor exactly how long they've been around. You are correct. They've existed for at least several hundred years before this academy was funded. All signs point to their construction occurring sometime during the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages? You mean the chaotic period that began after the Great Collapse 12,000 years ago? Most of the ruins Acrolites have undercovered from the period are full of strange things. Some of which seem to have been made with technology we don't even fully understand. I'm talking magic, alchemy. But the inside of the building completely changing its layout, I have to say, that's a new one. Definitely not normal. Indeed, no record of such phenomenon exists in the Academy records. We have a bona fide mystery on our hands. It would seem. Well, I'll try to have a look around the place myself when I get a chance. I've been curious about it ever since I started working here. I greatly appreciate that. Schwarzer, Craig, Wurzel, thank you very much for all your hard work. There's no trouble at all. I'm happy to have been of assistance. Yeah, it's always good to help. If you'll please excuse us then. Jake, you did pretty well. It seems you're getting the hang of using your Arcus too. Comet leaks definitely did make our battles in the ruins a lot easier. They can prove a powerful asset if we're able to master them. Hard to get the timing right, though. Well, just keep at it. You'll need to be forming links with your other classmates eventually, too, after all. And let me reiterate, once again, you've all done very well today. Especially you, Reen. I'll be expecting great things from you next time, too. I'll do my best. Wait a second, what do you mean next time? Well, the way I see it, you're a natural at this, so why stop now? Besides, with how busy our poor council president is, don't you want to do everything you can to help her out? Well, I guess. I do feel kind of bad for her, but... God, okay, fine, I'm in, I guess. That's all, Reen. I'll pass the good news on to Toa then. Oh, and the principal has given the day for you to keep hold of that old schoolhouse key. You're welcome to go poke around inside again anytime you wish. Anyways, I'll be seeing you kids later. Toodles! Are you sure you're alright with this, Reen? Yeah, I'm sure. It's not like I'm signed up to any clubs, and as long as I don't wind up with too many more than I had today, I'll be fine. Well, okay then. If you need any assistance, please just let me know. It's really no trouble. Same goes for me. And I'll be happy to come with you next time you go into the old schoolhouse too. Oh? I have one more bonding point I can use, wait. Is that Elisa? Do I dare even try to go say hi to her? Where is she? What do you want? I'm in the middle of something if you don't notice. Wait, are you on cleanup duty all on your own? That's part of our job as new recruits. There was a noble girl here too, but she went home. Why am I even telling you this? I don't need to explain myself to you. It doesn't seem like she's going to be forgiving me anytime soon. I need to find a chance to apologize to her properly. Let's get this over with. Mind if I helped you out of it? Seems like a lot of work for any one person to be doing on their own. I'm not gonna stop you. We're not trying anything funny though. I won't. I want her to stop being mad at him. He didn't do anything. Sports clubs almost seem like they're more trouble than they're worth. First they set everything up, then they go through a gruel practice, and finally everything needs to be taken down again. Hey. Oh, sorry, I was facing out, wasn't I? Huh? That's right, don't let it happen again. Oh my god, she's a bad tsundere. She's a bad tsundere. At this rate, I'm practically dead weight. Gotta make it up for a lost time. And here I thought we'd actually talk. There we go. That should take care of most of it. But was she seriously trying to do all this by herself? She must be really devoted to this club. Sorry, I was in your way, wasn't I? I'll start cleaning the other stuff. That's not what I meant. Why am I so stubborn? Oh, she finally admits it! This is my chance, too. haven't cleared everything up. Rin waited for Lisa by the gymnasium while she changed back into her school uniform. Looks like we're done for the time being. Were you really able to clean that whole club room on your own? It's not that I would have let you in there either way. This is a girls' club, remember? Right, good point. But you did help me out. Thank you. Huh? Nothing. Never mind. We're done here, so go away. Okay. See you. That was about as well as a train crash. Guess I'll have to kill her with kindness to get back on speaking terms. Wait till a perfect opportunity to slip through your fingers, Elisa. Elisa, I can't say her name right anymore. Can't keep doing this all year. Then why don't you both talk? God! It's not harming anybody if y'all just talked. God. Lisa, if there's anything else you'd like me to help with, then it's fine. Just leave me alone. Guess I should give up for today. I have nothing to do, and I could just go back to the dorm and stop for the day. For you know, this day, not stream time, but I don't think I can go back in here, can I? Yeah. I guess we go back to dorm. We go back to dorm. I don't have any more bond points. And I mean, I could have hung out with, you know, Laura, but like, I thought it was better for it to be, you know, try to see if I can get on good terms with Elisa. Try to is the word. It's getting dark, so if I go to my room now, I'll be in for the night. Oh, I didn't mean to say stay out and about. That wasn't so bad. I'm starting to get the gist of hangout days. It's probably gonna get worse from here. Because there'll probably be a lot of people in the future.
Not bad, but I don't think I can manage much more than this. I guess I should just be grateful I was able to pass the beginner examination at all. Better do some studying. It sounds like this is going to be a busy week, what with that ominous practical exam looming over us. I do have that radio from George here. We had that Orbital radio back home, too. Never knew they made them this small, though. Let's see. Which station is Radio Trista? Ah, there we go.
It's 9 p.m. and you're listening to Radio Trista. Welcome, welcome. Don't touch that dial, listeners. You found the right place to be tonight. It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Abend time after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host. Hopefully I'll get to feature some famous guests at some point, so be sure you tune in every week or you might miss them.
You know, she's got a pretty nice voice. This might be good to leave on in the background while I'm working.
I hope life has been treating all of you well this month as we slowly near the end of April. Here in Trista, the beautiful lino flowers have passed their peak and begun to wilt. But wilting flowers are beautiful in their own way, as they serve to remind us just how fleeting this existence truly is. I'm sure many of our listeners are students, busy with the challenges of adjusting to their new lives. But what harm is there in taking a moment to admire nature every now and again?
He's
It's good for what ails you,
hurting
I
his
say.
eyes. Oh, fuck.
Okay, let's get your practical exam started, shall we?
Before I do that, let me go get my food. I'm a little late. My taco fell apart, so I had to like pick it up a little bit. But I have food. I have food now, so I'm gonna mute while this cutscene is playing, and we'll go from there. I know! I don't know if it's because I put too much cheese or too much sour cream on my chicken taco, but some of it fell on the floor, and I'm like, no! Why? But yeah. Oh, okay. We can continue this cutscene now.
To be completely clear from the outset, this exam is about more than just testing your physical strength and stamina. It's designed to hone in on how capable you are of making strategic combat decisions on the fly. Defeating your opponent quickly is a good thing, certainly, but it won't be enough to score you high marks here.
Huh. Interesting.
So we're going to have to use our heads for this one, huh?
You'll see. Anyway, let's get this month's exam started, shall we? Reen, Elliot, Gaius, you're up first. Please step forward.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
Why are we going first? Hello? Why am I going first? What is this? I didn't do yours. I'm stupid. Oh wait, when did I get all this? When did I get all this? I'm not gonna question when I got that. I want to eat, y'all. You know how bad I want to eat. I want to eat more of my chicken tacos. So bad.
All right, then. Here we go.
What's that?
A monster?
No. I'm not sensing any life coming from it at all.
That's right. Think of it like a scarecrow. Only it's a moving scarecrow, I guess. Either way, it's not alive. I've set its parameters fairly high, though, so it is formidable. But if you give it your all, I'm confident you can beat it. Make good use of your Arcus's combat link abilities, for example, and I bet it'll be a piece of cake. Hint, hint.
Oh, that's why we were going first.
So that's what you're playing at.
We were the first three to actually do it because we already did the combat link in underground. That's why we're going first.
All right, begin.
Watch out, guys!
No one's knocked out during the battle.
All right.
Okay.
Now. Go! Go!
I'm trying. Oh, I can't look at what he is. Dang.
Give it up, everyone!
You're mine!
Nice counter!
It's my turn.
Alright.
Now. Go! Go!
There! Now's our chance!
Here!
Right! Arcus activate!
My turn!
I should have. Wait. I put up the wrong art on. I actually hate it here. I put the wrong one on.
Leave it to me. Arcus, activate. Ha! Yeah.
Right!
My turn! Go!
Here! The winds must be on our side.
They must be, because that was a breeze.
I love them. I love them. Great teamwork, boys.
We won.
Nice.
Don't know how, though.
Cause the power team worked. What am I, Sora?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Did we do it? Did I pass?
Excellent use of combat links, too. Seems like the practice you got in the old schoolhouse really paid off.
I figured that's what you were going for.
It just may have.
Oh?